I don't understand why people say this in the attempt to discredit the Gospel of John.
Did Jesus really claim to be God? In the earliest Gospels, Mark, Matthew, and Luke, known as the Synoptic Gospels, written between 65 and 85 AD, he calls himself the Son of Man, which was a messianic figure from God, not God himself. Then comes the Gospel of John, written around 90 to 95 AD. This is where we hear Jesus saying, "Before Abraham was, I am."
So what's the problem? Due to the Gospel of John being written in 95 AD, many people have a problem believing it was John who actually wrote the Gospel, being that it was written an entire 62 years after the crucifixion of Jesus. But what about Geoffrey Wellham? Geoffrey joined the Royal Air Force at just 17 years old and became the youngest Spitfire fighter pilot in the prestige 92nd Squadron in the Battle of Britain at just 18 years old. Geoffrey eventually wrote his own book titled First Light, detailing the traumatic experiences he had during the war. Geoffrey wrote his book and published it in 2002. That's an entire 62 years after his war experiences. But no one questions the reliability of Geoffrey's account of the war. And Jesus doesn't only tell us he is the great I Am who existed before Abraham was in the Gospel of John. As Jesus says this in the Gospel according to John chapter 12 verses 44 and 45. Jesus cried and said, "He that believeth on me believeth not on me, but on him that sent me. And he that seeth me seeth him that sent me." So if you believe in Jesus, you believe in God. And if you see Jesus, you see God. It's not that complicated. We even have very early non-biblical sources that tell us what the earliest Christians believed about Jesus. Writing around 112 AD, which should be something like 79 years after the crucifixion of Jesus, the governor of Bithynia, known as Pliny the Younger, wrote a letter to the Roman Emperor Trajan. Within his letter, Pliny the Younger explains to the emperor that he would interrogate each Christian up to 3 times. If they refused to renounce the faith, he would execute them. He even describes how the early Christians would worship, saying, they were in the habit of meeting on a certain fixed day before it was light, when they sang an anthem to Christ as God. Only 79 years after the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, Pliny the Younger tells us that the Christians were already giving worship to Jesus Christ as God.